Everybody thinks we're wrong, but mother, who are they to judge us? Mother, mother, simply call us sweet, wear our hair long. Mother, ooh. No, 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 no.
Yo, the indigenous population is way out of control. We gotta find a way to subtract from actual souls. Our cops doing their numbers, yeah, they clapping their folks. Still, we gotta find a way that they won't actually know. So, find a lovely sample, give them something to dance to. What have the people done it? They'll never see it coming. Slip it in they chicken, slip it in they liquor, kill a nigga quicker. Autism vaccine all in your baby sip cup. That's word life. You can smell it all in they hiccups. Black versus white, so we all keep a fist up. This the militia. I gotta draw you a picture. Miss Silly made that lemonade poured from the pitcher. Poor mister got you all twisted. You caught listening. TV frequency signal to the bottom. Got you thinking your problem is Trump or Hillary Rodham. Contribute to the saga, raise and build a new Sodom, Gomorrah. I record for sons and daughters. They took away your freedom. So any brother saying that he freedom, a spiritual slave and proud to be one. So who are you to judge me? Who are you to touch me? Got our women looking at us like, who are you to love me? The Willie Lynch factor still got you years after. Dead pastor, lying to turn tears to laughter.
Come on in, family. Come on in, come on in. Put your nines up. We got a lot to cover. We're going to get right on frequency on this one. Right on frequency. Assalamu alaikum, shalom, Imhotep. Let's get our vibrations right. Let's get our hearts and souls prepared. Make sure you got a pen and a paper. Piece of paper. And if you can, a calculator. Yeah. Yeah. Let it ring. Let it ring. Let's get those bracelets aligned. Let's get those power bracelets aligned, baby. Lighthouse power in the building. Let's go. Man, I got to tell you, I ain't getting no sleep last night. Universe was working last night, baby. Let me shout out my first nine first and foremost. Shout out Leslie Jones. Leslie Jones in the building. Peace Queen. Grand Rising. Thank you for being the first one on. Melody Mitchell. The homie. I love you, baby. Yeah, let's crack these codes, man. Let's crack these cracker codes. Olivia Dixon Barnes. I see you. Grand Rising. Jennifer Thomas. Thank you. Thank you. Put your nines up. Let me know where you from, family. Let me know where you from. Seventh Son Sharp. I see you. Nakisha Ammons. Put your nines up. That's right. Put them up. Put them up. Dwayne Montague. I see you, King. Thank you for being on and always giving us that divine masculine energy. We need that in the building as well. Chantel Jackson. Grand Rising. And Dre Lee. Come on in, family. We are about to go in this morning. I got some stuff for you. And today is going to be a lesson that's a little bit advanced. It's a little bit advanced, but if you've been watching any other videos from the past, those of you, especially the faithful, you're going to be able to segue right into this, no problem. Okay? See, we got people from all over in the room. Thank you for being here. We're talking about code cracking. Okay? Code cracking. When you're dealing with the English language, As I always tell you, the English language is a bastard language. Everything that they got, they stole in this language. They took it from either Latin, Greek, Dutch, Portuguese, whatever language they felt like raping. That's what created the language of the English language. So what we want to keep in mind when we're dealing with this is there are a lot of things that, a lot of information, people say, where you get your information from, how are you able to find this stuff out and stuff like, a lot of this stuff is code cracking. A lot of this stuff deals with knowing etymology. That's key, etymology. And knowing a time frame, knowing the culture of the people, and then relating it to mathematics. Mathematics, or what we called ma'at. Okay, Ma'at dealt with that. Divine law, balance, right? Truth, reciprocity. When you put math to anything, it exposes everything. You understand? If you put numbers, math to anything, it will expose everything. So today we're going to do a little bit of this, and I have a couple of exercises that we're going to do together so that you can see. So if you have a pen, you have a pencil, piece of paper handy, and a calculator would be helpful if you have it. But if not, you can always go back and forth, between your phones or whatever. But today we're gonna play around with these numbers, okay, and show you how the people of Kemet, how African people had a foundation that pretty much exposes everything, okay. And we're also going to cover the danger. You're going to see why it's dangerous to mess with other languages and try to paste those languages on top of what we did in Kemet, because it doesn't apply. So we're going to be exposing some things today. So first thing that we want to do is I want to give you the key. The key. And the key, anytime you're dealing with cracking codes, just like as a kid, when you used to be on the back of the cereal box, they used to give you a key, and this is how you crack the code of the word search or whatever you're trying to do to fill in the blank. You need the key. So I'm going to give you the key first and foremost. You're going to want to screenshot this, okay? This is the Lighthouse Code Cracker. This is the Lighthouse Code Cracker. I had to put this together last night. It took me a little bit of time on Photoshop. So I want you to screenshot that because I want you to always keep this. You're going to be able to utilize this for the rest of your lives, I promise. Okay? So take the Lighthouse Code Cracker. Okay? Screenshot it. If you can't screenshot it, then I want you to get a pen right now and I want you to write this down. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then you're going to go 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you're going to take the letters that correspond and write them under that, the same way that I did it there. A meaning 1, B is 2, C is 3, and so on and so forth. N is going to be 1, O is going to be 2, so on and so forth. Okay? This is the code cracker. So take all of these, take that down, screenshot it, or write it. Okay? Because we're going to be using that for the entire lesson today. So now, what I want to do, we're going to delve into some biblical text, and I'm going to show you how to crack biblical text. Okay? The first thing we want to deal with, we want to go right from the beginning. Right from the beginning, from the start. I'm going to show you how the book of Genesis, right, is written in code. It was not to be taken literal. Okay? So here we go. Genesis 1 through 4. In the beginning, God created the heaven and earth. Stop right there. Highlight it. In the beginning, God created the heaven and earth. Okay? So now, in the beginning, as soon as everything started, we have heaven and earth. We have two polar opposites. We have heaven, of which we perceive up there, and we have earth, of which we perceive down here. Polar opposites. Let's keep it moving in the verse. Actually, let's just read the whole thing. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters, and God said, let there be light. Then there was light, and God saw the light, that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness. Okay, so here we have two sets of polar opposites. We have light and darkness, and we also have heaven and earth first and foremost. Okay? Where they're both being divided right out the jump. So now it says, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth was without form. Okay? So if it's without form, that means it wasn't even created yet. It says it was void. The word void means it's not there. Right? So really, in the beginning, what they call God was creating a concept. A concept. He was creating a possibility, you understand, of heaven and earth. Because in order for you to create it, you have to first have it in your mind. You have to first have it set that you're going to decide to do that. Okay, and this is why it was void and without form, because it was just an idea. Okay, we're getting into the mind of what they call the creator. Okay, it was just an idea. So if we're dealing with heaven, we're dealing with earth. Heaven and earth was essentially nothing. There was nothing there. He created the possibility of nothing, right? The creator created nothing first. Because in order to have something, you have to first have nothing, right? So if we look at nothing, if we had to draw nothing would probably be a circle. Can y'all see that? It would probably be a circle, something like that. That would be nothing, right? Or what we call none. N-O-N-E. Okay? Nothing. In the beginning, there was nothing. Okay? But now, when we look at this word, none, right? Let's take this word none. I always relate it back to my ancestors. And when I think none, there's actually a deity named None. It happens to be the primordial deity. It happens to be one of the Kemenu. None. None was the first thing that was here. None. N-U-N. See, when you look at the spelling, it might throw you off. But nevertheless, when you say it, the vibration that you're emitting is none. The universe don't understand nothing but the vibration and the frequency that you're saying it in. So none is the same thing as saying none. You understand? In the beginning, there was none. Zero. Just none. Okay? None's counterpart was nonette. So now, let's keep this moving. Now, we know none as being the waters. None we associate with the waters, according to the Agduad or the Kemenu. None and nonette represents water, right? And when you combine none and het and hahet, then you get infinite water. So most of the time when you see none is represented like this. Okay? This is how they represent none. Here is none rising up, right, from out of the water, holding the celestial bark, right? That's none. None was there first. Okay? When none combines with infinity, then you'll get heh. Right? This is how you spell none in Medu-Neter. So you have infinite waters. Infinite waters together. You see that? So in the beginning, we had waters, because remember, it says, even in the text, it says that God walked upon the face of the waters. Remember that in the biblical text when it says that? That God walked upon the face of the waters. So there was infinite water in the beginning, right? So now we're going to get into some stuff here. So we have infinite water from the jump, and their deity, their God, is walking upon the face of it, okay? We have none in the Kemetic creation story. We have none there first, okay? And then out of that was created heaven and earth. Heaven and earth. So let's take these two words here, heaven and earth. Heaven and earth. These are polar opposites that was created through none. From the Kemetic creation story, none first rose up out of the waters like a lotus flower, is what they said. A lotus flower, like this. This is the Kemetic way. In the beginning, a lotus flower came out. Okay? Stay with me. This is Kemet. When we deal with English and we deal with Christianity and religion, they tell you in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Right? So now, let's take out our chart real quick, because I'm going to show you how they created this scenario. Let's get that lighthouse code cracker. Okay? Get your lighthouse code cracker. Those of you who came in late, you're going to want to take this down. You're going to need this, screenshot it, whatever have you. Write these numbers down in succession, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and put the letters under it. Let's deal with the word heaven for a second. I want you to take the word heaven, and I want you to put the corresponding number to the word heaven under that. Okay? I want you to put the corresponding number to the word heaven. I'm going to do it here on my end. H-E-A-V-E-N. H is the number 6. Let me get the code crack. Let me put it up there for you guys so y'all can see it. Okay? So for heaven, we have 6, 5, 1, 5, 3, 1. Okay? Now I want you to take the word earth and do the same thing. I want you to take earth and do the same thing. And you'll get 5, 1, 5, 7, 6. Okay? So when we do that, if you take those numbers, 651531 and 51576, both of those add up to the numbers 23 and 24. Stay with me. Those letters add up to the numbers 23 and 24. I'm going to show you how to play with this code cracker. So now, if we take the words 23 and 24 and we spell those out, 23 and 24, using their letter system, the alphabet, right? What numbers do we get using that? I'll do the work for you. You get 745-172-76555, which is 54. And then 24 gives you 745-172-6265, which is 45. Check this out. You have the two numbers 54 and 45. Polar opposites. As above, so below, heaven and earth. Whoa. Let's go. Let's go. We just getting started. So here, heaven and earth, polar opposite. Polar opposites. 651-531 plus 51576. Get your calculators, add them up, and tell me if I'm wrong. You get 23 and 24. When you use the numerology chart, when you use the Lighthouse Code Cracker to decipher 23 and 24, you get polar opposites of 54 and 45. Can anybody tell me what 5 plus 4 and 4 plus 5 is? Can anybody tell me what 5 plus 4 is and what 4 plus 5 is? Okay then. Okay then. So we got our first number 9 on the board. Our first number 9 on the board. Let's go. Let's play with this code cracker. We ain't done. We ain't done. If you ain't got it, put it down there. So now that we have these two numbers, 45 and 54, when you add them together, they get 9 each, right? You can even take them and put those two 9s together and you'll get a 1 and an 8. That 1 and the 8 still comes to 9. It always falls back to the 9. Huh? Let's play around some more. Let's take the numbers in between 45 and 54. Let's take 46 plus 47 plus 48 plus 49 plus 50 plus 51 plus 52 plus 53. What number do you get when you add all of those numbers together? Come on, somebody. You got your calculator? I'm going to show you how to crack these codes now. You see? What number do you get? That's right. You get 396. Now, wait a minute. 396. 396. If we take that 396, we end up with the numbers that my man here was talking about. We end up with what this man was talking about. That's kind of crazy. Huh? If you only knew the magnificence of the 3, 6, and 9, then you would have a key to the universe. That's interesting. The keys to the universe. So now, yesterday, I went over the 3, 6, and a 9. That's how you get your pyramid. Always the 3, 6, and a 9. What happens when you add those numbers together? You get 18, right? 8 plus 1 is what? 9. 8 plus 1 is 9. So it keeps coming back to that number 9. Let me show you something. Let's keep on moving. Because I wanted to figure out where they was going with this. So I started playing around with the Zodiac. Started playing around with the Zodiac. Huh? Because those words, those letters had to come from somewhere. Let's play around with the Zodiac for a minute. If we take the words of all the Zodiac and we write them down, from Aquarius all the way down to Pisces. Right now we're in the age of Aquarius. Right? I'm going to do this with y'all. Okay? Get the code cracker. Pull it out. Let's get it. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to show y'all. So here we go. I have them all written down right here. So y'all can do this one with me. Aquarius. If you take those numbers with the code cracker and you add them together, you get 34. Can y'all see what I'm doing here? You get 34. Capricorn, you get 28. Sagittarius, you get 56. Scorpio, you get 26. Get your calculators. Libra, you get 15. Virgo, you get 24. Leo, you get 9. Interesting. Cancer, you get 18. Gemini, you get 24. Taurus, you get 31. Right? Aries, 22. And Pisces, you get 28. All right. So now we got all these numbers. Let's take all of these numbers, right? Using our code cracker. Let's take all of these numbers and add them together. What number do you get? I'll give you a minute. Let's take all these numbers. 34 plus 28 plus 56 plus 26 plus 15 plus 24, 9 plus 18 plus 24 plus 31 plus 22 plus 28. You want to know what number you get? You get 315. What's 3 plus 1 plus 5? Wow. We got another 9 here. We got another 9. Wait a minute. I'm going to do you one better. You ready? Let's spell it out. 315. What do you get? When you take those letters, a corresponding to the code chart, what do you get? I'm going to tell you what you get. You get 63. What's 6 plus 3? What's 6 plus 3? You get 9. If you take 315, those letters, and you use the code cracker and you put 63, you get 9. Again. Huh? Do the math. Do the math, family. It's all there. They want to know why the lighthouse growing. They want to know why the lighthouse growing so fast. Welcome to the lighthouse. Huh? Put your nines up. Put your nines up. This is what we doing in here, man. Now, we're not done. Let's get back to this chart. Let's get back to this chart, baby. So, what I want you to take a look at here on this chart, we are in the age, we're dealing with as above, so below, right? First and foremost. We're dealing with as above, so below. If we look at the age of Aquarius, right, that they got on the chart, which is actually associated with none. It's not Aquarius, it's actually none. Okay? If you look at the age of Aquarius, I want you to look at the polar opposites, because remember, we're dealing with as above, so below. Okay? I want you to look at the opposite of Aquarius, and what do you get? You get the constellation of Leo. The constellation of Leo. And if you look according to the number system on the constellation of Leo, Leo is the only constellation that gives you the number 9. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? Huh? In case you forgot, Leo, which is the opposite, is the only one that gives you the 9. See that there? Woo! Come on now. All right. We got some more work to do. Hold on. What I want you to look at, when you look at the waters of Nun, the symbol of the Aquarius is the waters of Nun, as you can see. The symbol for Aquarius is the same way you write Nun in Medu Neter. You see the wavy lines there? Huh? Uh-huh. You see that? They took that and they made the Aquarius symbol out of that. So we already know that we're dealing with Nun. We know what they stole. We know where they stole it from. Right? So now, the opposite of that, if you look at Leo, their symbol, see that little squiggly with the circle there? See that little squiggly with the circle there? Right? It's just like a number 9. But let me tell you what it really represents, because it's as above, so below. So everything that you see in the cosmos, right, happens on the earth plane. We are dealing with as above, so below. That symbol, what you're actually looking at, is a sperm cell. It is a sperm cell. Okay? That sperm cell, its polar opposite is the infinite waters of the womb. You see that? You see how I did that there? Huh? The opposite of the sperm cell, of that energy, would be the womb. The eternal darkness of the feminine principle. They are giving you science, but we ain't peeping it. As a matter of fact, just listen to the word nun. Nun. We know what a nun is. A nun is a divine feminine. Is she not? Is she not? Is a nun, which we call today, still a divine feminine? Yes or no? Boy, I'm telling you, I ain't getting no sleep last night. Huh? No sleep last night. No rest for the weary. Let's go. Let's go. Put your damn knot. Y'all gonna make me play some music in this. Yo, son. You know what? Man, listen. I can't. I can't with y'all.
I think I'm cuckoo or the voodoo. Half of what I say now, you gotta Google, like who knew? Forbidden scripture and rhyme is an infinite shine. Turn a criminal mind to the indigenous kind. These words is fine wine, what you hearing, you seeing. You can't put a timeline on a spiritual being. You manufacture disease and call it the medicine. Destroying your melanin, recording the evidence. So what you say to a brother who's sleeping?
Yo, let me stop, yo. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Let me stop. This too much fun, man. This too much fun. We having fun with this, y'all. We having fun with this. If you haven't already, download the Lighthouse Code Cracker so you can start showing people what's really going on. Okay? So you can really start breaking it down. Because it gets deeper. I promise you that this gets deeper. Okay? I'm going to show you how it gets deeper. I'm going to give you some notes that I was messing with last night. You're going to see a little scribble scrabble because I was writing in the dark while the rest of the family was asleep. I was up studying and writing in the dark, cracking codes. So I'm going to show you something else, how deep it gets. I'm going to leave this to y'all so y'all could do the work. Okay? When you take that 315 that we had earlier, 315, let's take those numbers 0, 1 through 9. Or let's say, let's take those numbers. If we put them onto a clock, that 315, if you look at a clock, 315, that gives you both hands of a clock together, which will give you the radius of a circle. You see that? Now we're starting to deal with pi. We're dealing with the radius of a circle. That 315, which all these numbers add up to. You see that? All of the signs of the Zodiac add up to the number 315 according to the Lighthouse Code Cracker, which gives us the number 9, which gives us the damn radius of a circle. Anytime they want to question your scholarship, you just pull that out on them and let them know where you're going with it. Let them know where the Lighthouse is going with it. They took all of our principles, yo. Our mathematics. Huh? We're talking about mathematics, right? I want you to know something. Mathematics is the equivalent and is synonymous with mythology. Listen to the words. Listen to the etymology. Mathematics. Mythology. You understand? They just changed it. They personified our mathematical principles, made them into people, right? And gave you mythology. We had already done that. We had already done that with the NER. We had already done that with the Kemanu. We had already done that with the Aduad. These were all principles. No, cook, amino. We had already been there, done that. We created science. We created mathematics. Give it back. They disguised it so y'all wouldn't see it because these are the secrets of the universe. You understand? These are the secrets of the universe. So then you start looking at the world a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? You start looking at the world a little different. Like when you see your man doing great things, number 23, right? Right? Which represents the number heaven or the word heaven. And then you see him come back with the 45, which represents earth. You start looking at these fools like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is this a program? Are we in a simulated program right now? Huh? Is that a coincidence? What? Does he know something that maybe we don't know? Huh? Is he in contact, in tune with something that we possibly may want to try and figure out? Why is he using those numbers? I don't even want to hear the excuse that he's giving me because I'm not going to believe it either way. That's too coincidental. Anybody who knows me knows that this was my favorite player growing up. You understand? That's super, super spooky. That when he first got here, he was 23. And then when he returned, when he rebirthed, he was 45. As above, so below. You see that there? As above, so below. Heaven and earth. 23. Earth. 45. Huh? See? This is when you start looking at your real world. Like, is this really real? You start looking at things like, know what I mean? You can't just run with anything. You got to be able to break it down because men lie, women lie, numbers don't. When you apply the mathematics to it, everything they create crumbles. It crumbles. You're going to have to answer to them black people in Africa. You're going to have to answer to those people that created these sacred sciences. You're going to have to answer to this black spirituality at some point in time, man. This African spirituality, you can't run from, son. You can't. You can't run from the Medu Neter. You can't run from the symbolic principles and the language of the African people. There's nothing you can do about it. Because a lie is based on the truth. You understand? What if we was teaching our kids these principles at young ages? Showing them the true essence of mathematics. The true essence of mathematics and how to build life out of it. The secrets of the number 9 and the 3, the 6, and the 9. What if we gave our children those lessons? Before they even got to school to be indoctrinated in some other way of doing it. This linear way of utilizing mathematics and not being able to apply it in a balanced duality type way. Everything that we did in Kemet was duality. So you have to deal with the polar opposite, whatever concept that you bring. Otherwise, that's how you figure out devils. That's how you figure out the fakes, the GMOs. When you apply the math to it, it starts exposing the roaches. It's like turning the lights on. The roaches just scatter. You see? The scholars don't want to deal with this. They don't want to touch this type of stuff. You understand? Because you got to be right and exact. You got to be on point. You understand? You can't just be saying stuff off the top of your head and not do no type of research. Huh? And then come out your face and say something crazy about the people of Kemet like they ain't lay down the foundation for your entire language. We got people who live by the Zodiac. Their everyday decisions is based on what the Zodiac is telling them. Huh? We take the numbers and crack the whole damn code. And show them that it was just mathematics, bro. Huh? You're not really doing what you think you're doing. The math is doing what it does because the numbers don't lie. Period. Period. If you haven't already, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. That's what we're working with today. So now you can take the Lighthouse Code Cracker and you can run with this and you can do some experiments on your own. Take this concept and run with it. Because there's many other things in the biblical text that line up the same exact way. And you're going to see it's going to come back to that fingerprint of the creator, that number 9. It's always going to come back to that number 9. It's going to be able to be a derivative of that number 9. Hold, you know what? I'm going to show you one more thing. I'm going to show you something even. I'm going to show you one more thing. Show you one more thing. Check this out. Don't mind my scribble scrabble because this is the next layer. Remember those numbers that we gave you for all the Aquariuses? I mean for all of the Zodiac? Right? This is my sheet here. I want you to look at this. If you take these numbers, see Aquarius 3 and 4, and you bring them down to the least common denominator, 7, take that 2 and 8, you add them together, you get 10, right? Make that a 1, because 1 plus 0 is 1. Least common denominator, we're going single digits here. You take that 56, right? Add them together, you get 11. Least common denominator, 1 plus 1, that gives you 2. Take that 6 and that 2, gives you 8. 5 and 6, 6, so on and so forth. 4 and 2, 6. Leo stays 9. It's already a single digit. Something special about Leo, right? There's no coincidence that that the people of Kemet put that lion out there, why they put that the Sphinx, out there, that lion for the constellation of Leo, because it was special. You understand? Cancer, 1 plus 8, 9. Gemini, 4 plus 2, 6, right? Take all of those numbers after you bring them down to the least common denominator, and guess what you get? 63 again, which gives you the 9. You see that? 63 again, which gives you the 9. Same thing as that 315. The 315, the sum of all the signs of the zodiac. Can't tell me nothing about Kemet, son. Can't tell me nothing, son. Straight up. Bow down. Bow down to the mathematics in my eye. That's law. That's law. Straight up. That's law. You can't do nothing with the math, son. You can't do nothing with it. You trying to break down the math and create your own concepts ain't gonna do nothing but make you mad. It's gonna make you crazy. That's what you are. Anybody that's trying to dismantle Kemet. Dismantle African spirituality and sacred science. As above, so below, as Tahuti said. Everything that was created in balance. Right? When we deal with the constellation of Leo, we're dealing with the sperm cell. That's what we're dealing with. The sperm cell. All sperm is female before it is made into a male. All sperm is female before the divine feminine, the waters of Nun, decide if it's going to be born as a male or a female. Because Nun has both the masculine and the feminine within her. So she's the one that decides. They taught you all your life that the woman is the one who decides the sex of the baby. You understand? Well, that the man decides the sex of the baby, but it's actually the woman. That's the way that works. The divine feminine. Because she's the one that holds the infinite possibilities. She's the ones that usher in the unborn spirits. So when you're looking at that Leo, when you're looking at that lion, boy, know what you're dealing with. Know thyself. As our ancestors said. As above, so below. That's what Tahuti taught. That's what Tahuti taught. And there's so much more. That's only the beginning, family. You understand? That was the first science. The cosmos, astrological principles, astronomy, numbers. You see, the numbers came before astrology. As human beings, we dealt with astrology first, right? As human beings. But the numbers was there first. Because it was an idea first. You had to calculate it first in order to calculate what you need. Numbers. Numbers is law. You can't create the stars, the universe, and the planets unless you got a strong foot and a strong foundation on numbers. You got people going crazy over here. I got people hit me up in my feed. Brother Jamaar, I just keep seeing this number over and over again. I keep seeing this number 11. I keep seeing the 2 4s and you glitching, baby. Because you're in the matrix. You're glitching. You better figure out who you are, Neo. Because you're glitching. The numbers is trying to tell you something. But you need the code cracker. You see? When you can crack the code, you might be able to figure something out. What's going on in your life? What you got going on? I got time today. Welcome to the Lighthouse. My automatics. Thank you, Cobbin. My automatics. That's how we roll. Time to do some shout outs. I want to shout out my brother, Sijipo Tolo. Download that album, y'all. Panther Party. Panther Party. Download that album. It's a conscious album. Okay. Shout out to my brother Ron Green. He's responsible for this t-shirt right here. What's Up African? Check that out. What's Up African? This is the Africa original shirt. He got a beautiful clothing line for black people. We promote black business on this feed. If you don't know, now you know. That's what we do. So this is how we pay the bills. We promote black business on our feed. Shout out to Melody Mitchell, who created my logo tablets here. She creates coasters, all sorts of stuff, man. Check her out. She's on the line right now. If you'd like to see some of the stuff that she does, put your information down there. If you are a black business owner, please hit me up so we can, promote some of your work. Shout out to Jamario Beard. Jamario Beard does great artwork. Check him out. He sent me this gift. Awesome. A beautiful piece right here. Okay. He's an artist. Okay. So check out his work. A lot of our people are on Facebook. So if you want to join the Lighthouse group, definitely go to the Lighthouse, type in the Lighthouse in the group section. Watch a couple of videos first. This video, you should be able to answer all the questions that are required in order for you to be in the group, because we're trying to wean out the trolls and the agents, because they don't want you to get this knowledge, I promise. So if you watch this video, you should be able to answer the questions to be able to get into the group. Also, we still have power bracelets. We are selling these power bracelets right here. Everybody that donates to the feed, to the Lighthouse, will receive a two-tone copper and brass power bracelet. Okay, $50 or more will get you one of these. Make sure you put your address in there. These are copper. And what they do is they allow you to be able to vibrate along with us when I do my morning rituals. Okay, these are great conductors of electromagnetivity. See how it vibrates? So you're going to want to get you one of those so you can be along with the family. We got a lot of people already that's been ordering. Tons of people that's been ordering the Lighthouse power bracelets. And they've been helping us out. They're helping us out with building studios and do what we need to do so that we can do future things much bigger and much better for you guys with new servers, with no interruptions, so that we can give our lessons and not have to deal, with the technical difficulties that we deal with computers and things of that nature. So we're looking to upgrade, and that's what we're going to be using the money for. So if you can, please donate to the Lighthouse. The Lighthouse PayPal is jamarmilton@gmail.com. jamarmilton@gmail.com. You can also use Cash App if you would like to use Cash App to donate to the class. If this video did anything for you, if it excited you, helped you out, helped you to figure some things out, please donate to the cause. What else? Who else I want to shout out? Latifah Foster, who is one of our mediators on here. She does Reiki sessions. If you want to get your aura right, Latifah Foster is the one that you want to contact. She's on right now, and she does Reiki readings, especially for indigo children, to help you get your vibration back on frequency. So hit up Latifah. She's a major help on the feed, and she looks out for a brother big time, and I appreciate her greatly. Also, Mela Miracle. Mela Miracle does lotions. Shout out to them if you need lotion, natural lotion. That's MELA miracle.com. If you want some natural lotion, hit her up. Lisa's Fragrance and Such does my smell goods. She's the ones that she does my Egyptian musk soaps and awesome sauce, which smells great. She's a one-man band. Lisa's Fragrance and Such. If you haven't been in contact with her and seen the type of stuff that she puts out, you need to take a look at her stuff. Lisa's Fragrance and Such. All of this stuff you can find on our Facebook page. Click follow if you'd like to be a part of this and get the videos. We do the videos every morning, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. sharp. We on here and we banging out. Our community is nothing but love in our community, and people sharing amongst one another, trade and commerce amongst one another, and just helping to build each other up. Because when you awaken, right, ultimately, people that aren't on your level, you start dropping. They start dropping like flies out of your life, right? And you need that counterpart. You need somebody to hold you accountable for your new walk of life of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. So the Lighthouse is the perfect place for that. It's where you can associate and mingle with the like-minded, and there's so much love in the room. It's unbelievable. Like it turns your Facebook timeline from a bunch of BS to a bunch of knowledge, just like that overnight. You get nothing but people dropping nothing but good knowledge and just loving on one another. So if you'd like to join the Lighthouse, please go ahead and do so. We have a lot of fun in that group. We laugh, we joke, and we get familiar with one another. What else? Who else do I want to shout out? I just look around and shout out to Anton. Anton Hicks, he's the one that does the unk. He did my first unk for me. Check that out. He did the RBG unk for me. If you'd like to get one of these, you want to shout out Juan Anton Hicks on Facebook. All of these people are friends of mine on Facebook. Okay, click follow, don't click friends. Add to friends list because we're already full. But he does these unks and they're official, man. So look him up. That's Juan Anton Anton Hicks Hicks. Okay. Also, Sigi Potolo does t-shirts. Let me see if I can find one. Because I've been rocking these joints, so I had to put it in the laundry because I've been rocking his joint around like everywhere. I don't even know if I have it. It might still be in the laundry right now. Sigi Topolo does these t-shirts and they say Heru on it. They're dope. And he has a whole line, not just the Heru, but he has the Kepper. This is the Heru one. Okay? He's got a couple of t-shirts. Okay? Our t-shirt line. On the back it has the unk. Okay? They're dope. All right? So we have those. If you want to get that, contact Sigi Topolo on Sigi Potolo on Facebook. And you'll be able to get that and use Lighthouse as the code so you can get a discount. You get a 20% discount. Okay. We also have the Lighthouse t-shirt. Okay, so if you don't want that, you can always get a Lighthouse t-shirt as well. This is the Lighthouse t-shirt. These are done by Coach Bonar. Okay. It says duality on the front, 9s, right? And then on the back, you see Lighthouse on the back. So if you want to get that, these are for donations of $25 or more. Okay, we're sending those out to our family. You know, we're not just asking for donations. We out here, you know, making sure that you get something out of it aside from the teaching, because I like to give the teaching for free, to be honest. You understand? I was doing this for 3 years for free before we even set up any type of PayPal. You know, so I'm first and foremost, I want to make sure y'all get the knowledge, and if y'all decide to support, you can. That's up to you. So, with that being said, if you haven't already, like, share, comment. Dua, family. May the divine force in me greet the divine force in you. Ashe. Peace.